You know, we spend something like a third of our entire lives asleep. But have you ever really stopped to think about how you're positioned during all that time? Well, it turns out your go-to sleep position can dramatically affect everything, from your spine to your digestion to even your heart. So let's get right into it.
Yeah, that quote really hits home, doesn't it? It gets right to the core of what we're talking about today. How you sleep isn't just about being cozy. Nope, it's a decision you make every single night that can either help your body recover or, well, slowly work against it. The stakes are way higher than you might think.
Okay, so you might have heard some of those old school theories from like the 70s. The ones that said your sleep position says something about your personality. You know, side sleepers are easygoing, that kind of thing. It's a fun idea, right? But science has totally moved on. Now we know it has pretty much nothing to do with your personality and everything to do with your internal biology. How we lie down for 8 hours physically shifts our organs and can make certain health issues way better or way worse.
All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and start with the one position that pretty much every sleep expert will tell you to avoid: stomach sleeping. I know, for some people it feels super cozy, but it can cause some pretty serious mechanical stress on your body.
And you can see exactly why right here. When you're lying on your stomach, you're basically forcing your spine out of its natural S-curve. Your back has zero support. And what that means is the muscles in your neck, your hips, they can't ever really fully relax. They're kind of switched on all night trying to stabilize you. And the result? Well, you probably know it. You wake up feeling all tense and stiff.
But, you know, biology is always complicated, right? There is one very, very specific exception to this rule. For some people with certain respiratory conditions, lying on their stomach can actually be a good thing because it can help expand the back of their lungs. But for the vast majority of us, yeah, it's probably a good idea to flip over.
Okay, so what about sleeping on your back? Well, this one is a true double-edged sword. It can be an absolute lifesaver for one problem and a complete nightmare for another.
And you can see that conflict laid out perfectly here. On one hand, if you've got lower back pain, sleeping on your back is like the gold standard. Especially if you stick a little pillow under your knees, it just lets your spine rest in its perfect, natural, neutral curve all night. But on the flip side, if you're a snorer, oh man, it is the absolute worst. What happens is gravity pulls your tongue and all the soft tissue in your throat back into your airway. That creates the vibrations, snoring, or even worse, it can create the blockages that are linked to sleep apnea.
So if stomach sleeping is a no-go and back sleeping is, well, complicated, where does that leave us? Well, it leaves us with what most experts agree is the best all-around choice for most people: side sleeping.
And here's a pro tip to make it even better. Just pop a pillow between your knees. It's such a simple trick, but it does wonders. It keeps your hips, your pelvis, and your spine all lined up perfectly, which takes a ton of strain off your lower back. It's a tiny change that makes a huge difference. But hold on, because this is where things get really interesting. It's not just that you sleep on your side. It's which side you choose. Believe it or not, left versus right completely changes what's going on inside your body.
Okay, so check this out. It's all about your internal anatomy. If you deal with acid reflux or heartburn, sleeping on your left side is like a biological cheat code. Seriously. Your stomach sits on the left side of your body, right? So when you lie on your left, gravity literally helps keep all that stomach acid down where it belongs and away from your esophagus. But, and this is a big but, if you have certain heart conditions, like congestive heart failure, studies show that sleeping on your right side can be better because it actually relieves some pressure on the heart.
Okay, I can already hear what you're thinking. This is all great, but I move around all night. I start on my side and wake up on my back. And you know what? That's totally normal. So let's talk about what the realistic takeaway is here.
Get this, the average person actually changes their sleeping position between 20 and 30 times a night. Yeah, 20 to 30 times. And most of the time, we don't even know we're doing it. And that movement isn't a bug, it's a feature. It's your body's smart, natural way of protecting itself. While you're out cold, your body is busy shifting around, relieving pressure points, responding to little discomforts, and basically preventing any one spot from getting strained.
So the big takeaway here isn't that you need to try and stay frozen in one spot all night long. That's impossible. The goal is to be strategic about how you start the night. It's a simple 3-step process. First, assess. What's your main health concern? Is it that back pain, the heartburn, snoring? Step 2, align. Choose the best starting position that tackles that specific issue. And step 3, maybe the most important, relax. Don't stress about staying put. Let your body do its thing. The key is to give yourself the best possible launch pad for a night of rest.
So I want you to think about this for a second.
Think about your own body, your own health goals. Based on everything we've just talked about, what's the best starting position for you? Which one are you going to try starting in tonight to give your body the best possible shot at a great night's sleep?